Hi everybody, how are you? Did you come back to hear another story? I'm glad, because I'm here to read you another story. You know, when you want to hear a story, you come see me, because that's what I do. I read to you. That's right. How has everybody been? Good? Good. I'm so happy. Before we get started, I want to say hello to all my friends and moms. Please feel free to down below in the comments let me know your little one's name so I can say hi to them too. But even if I don't say your name, I still say hi, and I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to get started, but hey, Mr. Adorable always drops by to see us. Hi, buddy. How have you been? Good? Good. I'm glad. Mr. Adorable, we do love him. Okay, Mr. Adorable, if you're ready for a story, and you need to go sit with the kittens. Okay, yes, with the kittens. All right, Mr. Adorable. I just love that, Mr. Adorable. And I'm so glad he stops by. Let me say hi to some buddies. Okay, I say hi to Lainey and Nicole and Addison and Chloe and Izzy and Abby, Katana and Ari and Anthony, Justin and Bella and Skylar and Lukey and Sophia, Gemma and Sammy, Reese, Max, Brianna and Giada, Jackson, Xavier, Paisley and Grayson, their new little brother, Joey and Odessa, Johnny and Marley and Charlotte and Landon, Anna and Kimber, two sisters, and Jacob and Peter, and Timmy and Lily and Otto, and Livy, Gigi and Jordan, and Emmy. Hi, Emmy. I'm so glad to see everybody tonight. I really miss you guys when I don't see you. Yeah, and I hope you miss hearing your stories too. But I was saying earlier about how the weather's starting to get cold and it's starting to get snowy. I saw some snowflakes yesterday out when I was outside. And I thought, I better get a story about snow. Because it's time to start keeping our tootsies warm and making sure when you go outside you wear your coat, zip it up, put your hat on your head, and your mittens on your hands, and stay nice and warm so that you don't get sick. I don't want anybody getting sick. No way. Oh, so tonight we're going to read a story by Marcus Pfister, and it's called Snow Puppy. Snow Puppy. Isn't that cute? When I saw this book, I just thought of you guys. Snow Puppy. We do love our baby animals, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to get started because I want to see what happens to this puppy. Okay, oh, here we go. Here he is. Rascal was bored. His name's Rascal. Sophie had gone into the city with her parents to shop, but Rascal had to stay home all by himself, and he thought it was just plain mean. Rascal plopped his chin down on his paws to wait. Look, he's mad, so he's going to stay home and just going to sit in his basket and pout because he's mad. He's mad that he can't go to the city and shop. That's not a place for puppies. No, puppies can get lost in this city, right? Oh, but while Rascal was sitting there in his basket, he noticed something unusual outside. What was wrong with the sky? He jumped onto Dad's favorite chair and stood on his hind legs. White specks were floating down from the sky. They looked just like those little soft things that swirled out of the pillow one time. Rascal had been playing with the pillow and tore it open. And then Sophie chased after him, and then Mom chased after her. It had been lots of fun, but they made a mess. So here he is, looking out the window. And there he is, staring up in that pillow that he and Sophie ran around the house with. And there he is, peeking. He wonders, what is that coming out of the sky, right? No, Rascal. Oh, Rascal jumped off the chair and sped to the door. He had to jump to the doorknob 3 times. But at last the door opened. There was already a thick blanket of snow on the ground. Rascal raced around in excitement. The game with the snowflakes was as much fun as the game with the torn open pillow. But the flakes were ice cold, and when they landed on his nose, they disappeared without a trace because they melted when they got on his nose. And there he is. Look at him dancing around out in that snow. Look what a good time he's having. Rascal, you're such a cutie pie. Oh, something was moving near the fence. It was small and brown. Now it was hopping across the field. Rascal needed to get a closer look. Barking happily, he leaped to the fence, squeezed through, and ran toward the woods. So this is what he saw. Bunny rabbit. And there he is getting through the fence because he wants to go after that bunny rabbit. He wants to see what that is and where it's going to go. Oh, boy, look at him. A new game. Rascal chased after the rabbit farther and farther away from his home. Suddenly, the rabbit disappeared into the woods. It seemed as if it had been swallowed up by the ground. No matter how hard he tried, Rascal couldn't find that bunny rabbit. He didn't give up, though. After all, he had a good nose. He sniffed and he sniffed until finally his nose led him to a mysterious hole. That's where the rabbit must be hiding. He's looking for that rabbit. He's running through all that snow looking for that bunny rabbit. Oh, look at this big page. There he found her. There's the bunny rabbit down in a hole there. See, and down there, and there's Rascal trying to sniff his nose into that little hole. And there's a bunny rabbit hiding down there. Rascal pushed his nose into the hole, deeper and deeper, until his head got stuck. He kicked his legs to try to get out. The rabbit backed up into the furthest corner of the hole, and he looked scared. Rascal barked, but the more he tried to reassure the rabbit that he was friendly, the more frightened the rabbit became. Well, sure, that big dog head is in his rabbit hole, right? I'd have been scared too. That bunny rabbit doesn't know Rascal's a nice guy. Finally, Rascal got his head free. Yay! He shook the dirt and the snow from his fur. He wasn't so thrilled with the snow now. He was soaking wet and freezing cold, and he was hungry too. He couldn't stop thinking about his food dish at home. But where was home? Rascal had no idea. There he was, shaking off that snow and dirt. And there he is thinking about, where am I? Where is my home? See, he ran too far into the woods after that bunny rabbit. Now he can't remember how to get back to his house. Oh my gosh, Rascal. There was a delicious smell in the air. It smelled just like bologna. Rascal followed the scent to a clearing, and there he found a man sitting on a log eating a bologna sandwich. Rascal cautiously approached. "Come here, little doggy," said the man. "Don't be afraid. You look hungry." And he tossed a piece of bologna to Rascal, who swallowed it in one bite. What a nice guy to share his bologna sandwich with the dog. Right? Here's that man cutting down trees or something in the woods. He looks like he's cutting down trees. Look at all that snow coming down. Cold. And he stopped to have a bologna sandwich. And he sees this puppy and says, "Come and have some of this bologna with me." That was nice. Huh. Always got to be nice to animals, especially babies. Oh, this is adorable. Look at this. Look at this nice guy saying, "Have a bite of my sandwich, you poor little pup." "Come here," said the man. A person with a bologna sandwich couldn't be all that bad, Rascal thought. So he jumped onto the man's lap and cuddled up under his coat because Rascal was cold. "Poor thing," said the man. "You're shivering from the cold." He gave Rascal a bite of his sandwich. You warm up and then we'll go to town and sell my Christmas trees, and it'll be nice to have a puppy to help me this year. See, that man was selling Christmas trees, and so he was going to take Rascal along because he didn't want to leave Rascal alone in the woods. What a nice guy taking care of that lost puppy. You're a nice man. I don't know who you are, but you sure are nice. Thank you for helping Rascal. Oh, the man wrapped Rascal in a blanket and set the little pup beside him. Wow, said Rascal, I have never been on a horse-drawn sleigh. The mighty horse stomped the ground impatiently. Giddy up, Martha, said the man, and they were off. Martha, the big horse, snorted in the cold winter air, and the heavy sleigh slid through the winter countryside. There they are, in a big sleigh, all the Christmas trees, and there's little Rascal sitting with, there's the man, there's the little puppy, and there's Martha the horse. And they were off, and she snorted in that cold air, and the clanging of her bells and the rocking of the sleigh helped Rascal to fall asleep. Boy, that's wonderful. He got a nice sandwich to eat, some bologna sandwich. And he got all nice and toasty warm, wrapped in a blanket and under that man's coat, and got on that warm sleigh ride, and that helped him go to sleep. Rascal, I'm so happy for him. I was worried. We're here, my little friend, said the man, waking Rascal from his sleep. The man unloaded the pine trees from his sleigh. Thousands of Christmas lights lit up the square. The marketplace hustled and bustled with shoppers, and Rascal watched shyly from his cozy blanket. But he did miss Sophie and his warm little home. Suddenly, Rascal remembered he heard a familiar voice. Daddy, look, this is a beautiful tree, he heard. Here he is peeking out of his blanket. And there they are in the market square, where all the people are looking at. They're buying Christmas trees, and they're shopping for Christmas gifts. There's a cookie shop. There's a toy shop, Christmas tree lot. And look at that. And there's the big sleigh. And there's a boy having a cookie and a hot cocoa. Nice thing to be doing on a cold winter day. And there's Rascal. He recognized a voice. He heard somebody talking about a tree. Rascal leaped from the sleigh barking and sprang into Sophie's arms. He heard Sophie's voice. Rascal, what are you doing here? She said. The man explained how he found Rascal in the woods. We can't thank you enough, said Mama. It would have been a very sad Christmas without Rascal. And look at how happy Sophie, she found Rascal. They found each other. Rascal heard her voice and she saw him. And there's the man, isn't he? And there's a man buying some soup. Wow, look at the lights. He's getting some soup. There's a boy looking on, and she's so happy. Okay, so the mom invited the man to come home for Christmas and have dinner. That's very kind of you, but I couldn't, said the man. And at that, Rascal snatched the corner of the man's coat and pulled with all his might, as if to say, yes, you can. Well, I guess I have no choice, said the man, laughing. And Rascal wagged his tail, and the whole family looked forward to a very special Christmas with the new friend who helped Rascal find his way home in the snow. And that's it for the story, but isn't that wonderful? I just love his story, Snow Puppy by Marcus Pfister. That Rascal got curious, and he went out into the snow, and then he chased the bunny rabbit and got lost in the woods. But the woodsman found him and gave him some bologna sandwich and gave him a ride into town to sell Christmas trees. And he saw them selling soup and cocoa and cookies, toy shop, and Sophie and her mom and dad. And they invited the man for Christmas dinner, and they all had dinner together. Sophie and Rascal and Mom and Dad and the man, all 5 of them had Christmas dinner together. Isn't that sweet? I love this story. So just when Rascal thought everything was terrible because he was lost, he was found, and they made a new friend. And that is our story of Snow Puppy. Yeah, I love this story. And I love you guys too. So, before we say goodnight, I do want to say, moms and dads, when you're thinking about making your donations this year, please consider St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Every penny they get goes to helping those children. Parents don't pay a dime. They spend their time just loving on their babies until they get better. And no matter what you give, no matter how little, even $5 is great. They're thankful for it. So this year, especially this time of year when we're making donations to our favorite charities, please consider St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They're there for everyone, for anything. They'll take care of your babies, and I hope you don't ever have to use them, but if you do, they're there for you, and you'll never pay a penny for care. I love you guys. I say good night to you. It's getting late. It's getting dark early. I know. It feels like it's late, and it's only 7 o'clock. But I want you to have good sleeps because you have busy days tomorrow, and a lot of busy things are coming up with the holidays. Getting ready to decorate and bake and visit family and friends. And I will see you again very soon, and I love you so much. Moms, please help me out by sharing, and subscribing to this channel. And little guys, I'll see you soon, my buddies. I love you so much. Mwah. I want you to have good sleeps and be good for your moms and dads. And don't you go getting lost in the woods, okay? You stay by your mom, because I don't want any of my friends getting lost. I love you so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Okay? Good night.